Welcome to the Cougar Connection podcast. Today we are highlighting a new staff member in our new Teacher Spotlight series. I'm Kamber Arthalony, and I'm here with Miss Damarin, who's a second grade teacher at Illini Central Grade School. Miss Damarin, how long have you been a teacher?
This is my first full year with my own classroom. I started last year subbing, and I ended up doing a long-term sub position in third grade, and then I applied for the second grade position this year and took it. So kind of 1.5 years.
Yeah. Have you liked being in grade school? Because I know you were in high school a few times last year.
Yes.
Grade school kind of thing.
Subbing got me exposed to all sorts of different things and grade levels, and grade school is definitely where I feel the most successful and comfortable at. So.
Yeah, I understand that. Now, you have lived around here for quite some time, so is that, do you just want to stay near Illini Central?
Yeah, my family's all in this area, so it was important for me to be around them, and I really like the structure that the grade school offers, especially having kids myself.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they get to be here.
Yes. And what is the most exciting part of your job? There has to be something every day that's exciting.
Yes.
But just give me one.
The kids are really exciting. So seeing the kids succeed and improve and recognizing that they were successful, that's my favorite part. It's the aha moment in their eyes. I really like watching that. So.
Yes.
And being a part of that.
Yes. The aha moment always feels great. So as a student, I know for sure. But was it your plan to become a teacher all along? Did you do something else before? Or?
When I was very, very young, I wanted to be a teacher. We played school all the time at my babysitter's. And I started off my undergrad wanting to be a teacher, and I got kind of pulled in the direction of behavior analysis. So I did that for a few years, many years, I guess. And then I stayed home with my kids after I had children, and as they got older and came into the school setting, I thought that this was definitely a more, it was a better fit, especially as a parent, to be with them, and I'm really glad that I came back to it because I'm really, really happy doing it.
Yes. Now, what piece of advice would you give your students if you could give them anything from your life? Just one thing.
I think that we all have to recognize that everybody thinks differently, and just because one person is doing something one way doesn't mean that's the only way to do it. So it's thinking outside of the box and understanding that you are not all the same. I know we like to say that everything's fair, but we're also not always all the same. So I would just say recognizing others' differences and knowing that you can both be right, just in a different way. Yeah.
And everyone's brains are different.
Yes.
And it's just we spend time in our pre-calc class going explaining things 4 different ways, just because some people don't get it the first way, and that's okay.
And we're doing that already in grade school, so I think it's a really great thing to warm them up to.
Yeah. What motivates you to work hard? I know you have your kids.
Well, obviously my kids motivate me to work hard. I want them to see me doing something that I love and be successful at it. And in the same way, I want my students to understand that I love coming here every day and seeing them be successful and watching them learn. And I love hearing their really funny stories or things that are happening in their lives. So my students and my kids motivate me.
Now, you're originally from here?
Yeah.
Did you grow up here? Okay.
I grew up in Easton. So.
Yeah. Okay. So what was it like growing up here? You came to school, you went to school here, you graduated here. Yeah. So what was it like coming back here?
None of the teachers are the same. And I didn't think I was that old, so none of the teachers are the same. So that's a little bit different, but a lot of the same. It's kind of cool to walk through the hallways and be like, that's where I had 4th grade or where I went to kindergarten, and it's cool to share that with my kids and to share with the students too, and let them know how far we've come. And it's just having that small community has been a really good thing. We all know and help one another. It's really easy to build a team of people who want to see students succeed when we're such a close-knit community.
Yes, I agree completely. I always say that, I don't think I would trade going to a big school or a small school for anything, because the small school, just you get to connect with your teachers on a different level than you would at a big school.
Absolutely.
So I don't think I could ever do that, so... Now, walk me through a realistic day in the life from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed on a school day.
Okay, on a school day. I wake up really, really early because that's my time to just have time for myself. So I'll wake up and kind of get myself ready and then have a glass of coffee and go through what I'm doing for the day, kind of review whatever lesson we may be touching on. And then I tend to wake my dog up. I have a German short hair and he is a handful. So let him get some energy out and then I'll get the kids up and we'll get ready for school and do all of those fun things. We try to come to school early just to get things ready for the day. And we're here, obviously, until I try to leave early. Doesn't always happen. So we're here. And then when we get home from school, the kids will like to have time to just decompress. And I will decompress as well. And then we'll try to find something fun to do before we cook dinner. Trying to enjoy as much time outside as possible. And then we all work together on dinner and try to get a little more playtime. And we always play a game and read a book before bed. It's just our routine. Yeah. And then I'm exhausted at the end of the day, so I usually fall asleep shortly after that.
Yes. Even, like, I feel like as teachers, like, I know students get exhausted, but I feel like teachers could be way more exhausted.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Especially grade school.
They have so much energy.
Yes. I know I look dead right now, but I swear it's just because I've been wearing pajamas all day.
I'm jealous you got pajamas.
I know. What are your hobbies? Like, obviously, playing with your kids.
Yes. I really like anything outside. We do a lot of hiking, exploring. I enjoy reading often. I'm usually like reading a book on my phone until it falls on my head while I fall asleep. But yeah, anything outside, spending time with family. We've recently started golfing a little bit more and the kids really enjoy that. So that's a good thing for us to do. I don't know if I'd call it a hobby. I'm not great at it, but we like to do it. So, and then during the summer, we're always swimming or at the river in a pool. And then traveling. We like to go see different and new places.
Yeah, of course. And speaking of travel, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Definitely on a beach. I don't care what beach, as long as it's a beach that's warm and the water has to be clear because I have to be able to see the bottom before I go in there.
That's like, I just can't not see.
No, I don't like
not knowing. Things touching my feet.
Yeah.
And if you could meet anyone in the world, who would it be and why?
I would say Temple Grandin. She is a scientist in the autism community. She's actually an individual with high functioning autism herself, but she has just done so much research and so knowledgeable in that area. And I've read a lot of her books and studies that she's done, and she's just inspiring that she's a person living with autism and still being so successful in life. And I think that says a lot for her and that community.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Damarin, sorry, for coming and taking time to sit down with me today. Make sure to look out for the next Cougar Connection podcast coming soon to you.
Thanks for having me.